Hi everyone, this is Mr. Rizzo from the High School Guidance Office. I wanted to give a brief overview of the college application process. This is a general overview of kind of how all the pieces fit together. There are a lot of different individual pieces, and I'll do a separate screencast on some of those and go into a little bit more detail, but this is kind of how the process fits together overall. And we can do that by looking at this diagram that we've got, the college application triangle of doom. And right here, guys, clearly it's a little bit of a joke, but we want to make sure that you guys keep this in perspective. Yes, this is a very daunting process. It can be a little bit confusing, and there's a lot of anxiety surrounding it. But guys, there's a lot of resources that are out there to help you. Certainly, we want to be be one of those resources. But relax. It's going to get done as long as you start a little bit sooner rather than later and follow all the directions. You're going to end up okay. All right, now college right here. This is where everything needs to go. All the pieces of the application. The first piece is going to be coming directly from you, and that's going to be from the college's individual website or from the Common App or from the SUNY app. Those are the places that you're going to go to start to fill out your actual application. You're going to create an account through the website, whichever website it is, and then from there, you're going to plug in all your demographic information, your essay, all of that kind of stuff. And then you're going to be able to send that directly to the college. The other thing that needs to come directly from you are going to be the SAT or ACT scores, or both. And those come directly from the SAT and ACT websites. So you want to make sure that you send your scores directly from the testing site to the college. That's something that's obviously very, very important because most schools require them. Not all, but most schools do require them. Now, while all this is going on, you're going to want to read the directions and find out, are there any teacher recommendations that need to be sent? Not all schools require teacher recommendations, so you want to make sure that you find out if yours does, and if so, how many. Once you know the number that are required, you're going to want to go and you're going to want to ask one of your teachers from the past who you've performed well in their class and who you hopefully have a pretty good relationship with. So you're going to approach the teacher at least a couple weeks in advance before the teacher recommendation is required, and you're going to ask them, would you be able to write me a good letter of recommendation? That leaves them out in case they're a little bit overwhelmed with too many letters to write. At that point, once they agree, you're going to ask them what they need from you in order to write on your behalf. And that could be a transcript, it could be a resume, it could be a number of different things, but obviously you want to get that to them as soon as possible. From there, once they agree, you're going to go into the Naviance program and you're going to invite them through Naviance. As you're doing that, be sure to write a thank you note in the Naviance program. And then, guys, I would say even after that gets done, write them a personalized thank you note to them. That's something that they're taking at least an hour, sometimes 2 hours of their personal time that they really don't need to write on your behalf. So make sure that you do the right thing and thank them. From there, the teacher sends the letter through Naviance to the counselor. We kind of take hold of it, and then from there, we can prepare any of the supporting documentation that needs to go. But we can't do that until you guys invite us in Naviance. And you can do that through the colleges I'm applying to list. You would add the schools to that list. And then once that's done, it sort of opens up the pathway for us to be able to send stuff to the colleges on your behalf. We can't send things unless this is done because you guys essentially kind of hold sway over what gets sent and what doesn't. So this opens up the portal or the gateway or whatever you want to call it for us to be able to send your transcript, the counselor letter, the teacher letters, anything else that needs to go. That's what happens. Now, you want to do this by coming and making an appointment with us. And you want to do that at least 10 business days in advance of the college's deadlines. And the reason why that's the case is because it takes us a little while to write a letter of recommendation for you if it's required. If we've already met with you and we've already written a letter, then certainly that process can be speeded up considerably. But if we need to write a letter for you, it can take a little bit of time. Also, we want to make sure that we're meeting with you guys in person. And the reason why is we find that when we meet in person with you guys, we're able to clear up a lot of questions and we're able to make sure that things don't slip through the cracks. Sometimes that happens. You think that you've got everything all set. And then once you talk with us, you realize, oh, geez, you need to fill this out. You need to fill that out. So we really want to make sure that we're covering all the bases. So that's why we want to meet with you in person and we don't want to do any email requests. That's basically the overview of the process. I'm going to do a Common App and a Navian screencast in just a bit. But if you have any questions, please feel free, stop by, make an appointment to see our counselor. Certainly email is welcome. And good luck overall with the process, guys.